When we talk about world system theory, what comes on your mind? The world system theory was developed by the American sociologist Immanuel Wallerstein. Immanuel Wallerstein is best known for his development of general approach in sociology, which led to the emergence of his world system approach. So, what is really meant by the word world system theory by Immanuel Wallerstein? World system theory is a macro-sociological perspective that seeks to explain the dynamics of the capitalist world economy as a total social system. In addition, this theory acts as a model that describes all the changes that resulted in shaping the world into what it is today. Its focus is specifically on the changes that took place in Western Europe a few centuries ago during a period of significant economic development. The world system theory saw the division of the world into some three parts, which are the core, the semi-peripheral, and the peripheral. The core describes dominant capitalist countries which exploit the peripheral countries for labor and raw materials. Some of the countries that are included in core are USA, Japan, and France. Next is semi-peripheral. These countries that share characteristics of both core and peripheral countries. Countries that are included in semi-peripheral are China, India, and Mexico. And lastly, the peripheral. These countries are dependent on core countries for capital and have underdeveloped industry. Some countries that are included in peripheral are Philippines, Vietnam, and Egypt. For the better understanding about the three divisions of the world system theory, let's take a look at this. Now that we already know the world system theory, let us talk about its advantages and disadvantages. World system theory is a guide to formulate changes that can shape the world into present status. It is dynamic, which means it can move and change. Through this, globalization theories can imply that each country's dependency is a two-way process. This theory shows the development of infrastructures and industrialization. Core countries return finished products to peripheral countries, such as iPhone's product. And also, during natural disasters or calamities, core countries can send aid to developing countries. For example, is the donation of the US to the victims of the volcano eruption last January 2020. Many countries have already progressed from peripheral to semi-peripheral, but the majority of countries stay poor and controlled by wealthy European representatives that are unlikely to slip down the global order. Unfair rules of trade. One of the best examples is agriculture, which is the largest African economic sector. They could actually earn millions in export, but the EU and the US convince consumers that these products are really expensive, while they are not. Tax deals. The US and EU corporations use their economic power to decrease taxes and get favorable deals when doing business with developing countries. Land taking. This happening all the time in Africa, where companies from Europe and the US buy thousands of hectares for a cheap price. Instead, they gain much more in profits than the Africans selling this land in the long term.